Alright, hey guys, welcome back. It is no longer like 100 degrees in here. I don't know if you guys noticed, and if you even listened to when I was reading Danny and the Champion earlier. I read chapters 1 and 2, and it took about 15 minutes, and by the end, I was like dripping with sweat. So I hope that didn't really show up, but that's what was happening. But we're not going to read this right now. We're going to read this in a little bit, but I really want to get back to Tone Deaf by Olivia Rivers. So that is what we're going to do. You can't even see the name. There you go. So Tone Deaf by Olivia Rivers. We are going to be continuing on. We are currently, guys, it is actually dark enough in here. I'm going to use this, now we really look like we're camping with this rundown tie-dye. It actually has a bunch of, you can't even see them, but there's a bunch of holes on the back. It's my very project-y shirt. Got the braids and the headlamp. We're all campy, Well, it actually works because me and my family are living in a trailer currently, so we're on a year trip. It is super windy outside, and I actually have this window open. It's not a roll down, it's just a pop out. So hopefully that doesn't get too loud. Or the wind. It's getting pretty loud though. So hopefully you can hear me. I feel like I'm a pretty loud reader, so. Okay, this works every time but now. Okay. Okay, so we are currently on chapter 10, and this is Allie's perspective. Chapter 10 starts on page 73. If you have a book copy, or if you're reading online, I can't help you there. Just scroll, find chapter 10, Allie's perspective, and just a quick review. She just finished the tour. She had this weird moment with Jace where he invited her to go on the tour with them to finish it out so that she could go to New York because her dad's abusing her. And Allie is deaf, her dad's abusing her, and she went on this tour where Jace gave her $8,000, and then Jace offered for her to come with him because he knows that she's being abused, but she rejected him, and so now we are in the present. I don't know if I left anything else out, but Jace is this rock star and got a lot of cash on him, so $8,000 is nothing, but that's years of work for me. Anyway, chapter 10, Allie's perspective, page 73, which means we only have 200 pages left. I flopped down on my bed with a groan, and even though my room is too warm, I can't stop shivering. What the heck did I just do? Running away with Jace might have been my only chance at escape. For years I've been telling myself that as soon as I turn 18, I'll be free, but I know it likely won't work out that easily. Getting away is going to take more than a few $100s in determination. I need resources, the sort of resources Jace has to offer, the sort I just turned down. I press my palm against my forehead, trying to push away the confused thoughts rattling around in my skull. I swear I can feel the check for $8,000 burning against my skin, even though it's tucked safely in my jean pocket. I did the right thing, period. I had to believe that. Even if Jace made me the exact same offer again, I still wouldn't accept it. Although I have the feeling it will be a while before another rock star asks me to run away with him. Maybe this is a good thing. Maybe I just avoided disaster. But then again, maybe I was right about what I saw in Jace's eyes. Real, genuine concern. Or genuine, depending on how you pronounce it. I've never had anyone look at me like that. Not even Avery. I know my best friend cares, but whenever she sees my bruises, there's always a bit of confusion mixed with her horror. It's the violence is so terrible she can't even comprehend it. There was no confusion in Jace's expression, just a gut-wrenching seriousness that makes me suspect his concern for me was real. I jump off my bed and head for the small desk in the corner of my room. My ancient computer sits there, patiently waiting to be used, and I switch it on. Pressing my palm against the console, I focus on the small shutters that run through the computer, letting the familiar vibrations soothe my anxiety. I adore this computer. Sure, it's old and finicky, but it has always been my website coding but it has all my website coding programs on it. Coding is just like music, math and art entwining together to make something new and beautiful. It's my new hobby ever since I took a computer science course my freshman year, and I've actually gotten good at it, or at least good enough to share my designs with others. A lot of up and coming bands need websites to showcase their music, but most can't afford the expensive fees for professional site design. That's where I step in. Whenever I see an especially promising band and mentioned on the Def Clan forum, I'll reach out and offer to design a website for them. It's not like I have any professional training, so my designs are far from top quality, but they're good enough to help beginning artists get more exposure for their work. And someday I'll learn how to make those sleek, gorgeous designs that professional bands use for their sites. Someday soon, hopefully. If I can just get into a good college, I might be able to learn enough to make coding into a career. As soon as my desk screen pops up, I click on Google Chrome and search Tone Deaf Band Criminal Activity. It's a bit on the nose, but I want proof that I was right to distrust Jace. He's bound to have some sort of criminal record, right? It seems like all famous musicians do. A bunch of search results pop up, everything from parents saying Jace should be sued for his provocative lyrics. I don't know why I've had to say that so many times over. Lyrics to someone claiming Killer is an illegal immigrant, but there's no reliable sources that prove Jace or anyone in the band is actually a criminal. One link reads criminal lyrics, and I recall Avery mentioning a debate in tone deaf fandom about the lyrics of this song mean criminal. Criminal was one of the Tone Deaf's first hits, but even after the song topped charts for weeks on end, Jace never bothered to give his fans an explanation for it. I click on the link, cringing as it brings up a Tone Deaf fandom website that's a mash bright of green graphics, blue fonts, and a misspelled header. The entire thing is an insult to web designs everywhere. But I ignore my urge to exit straight out of the site. The blog post contains the lyrics for Criminal, but they're written in neon green font that's nearly impossible to read. I squint and tilt my screen a little, the lyrics becoming legible. I am better off living through death or dying in Am I better off living through death or dying an invisible ghost? Am I better off speaking in silence or screaming so loud no one will hear? I fake a smile, but it's killed you. I fake a soul, but that dies too. So I fake my life. What else can I do? Take me in, spit me out, and I scream and I scream and I scream and shout. But you can't hear my pain. My blood's nothing but a worthless stain. I fake a smile, but it's killed by you. I fake a soul, but that dies too. So I fake my life. What else can I do? And if one day I wake up gone, maybe people will see through. But until then, the lies will rule, and sometimes I think I'm better off dead. But then I realize I already am. I'm trembling again by the time I finish reading, my eyes lingering on the last lines. I swallow hard. This couldn't be getting to me, right? Lyricists are just fiction writers. Or maybe they're not. I think back to the pain in Jace's expression as he frantically pleaded for me to come with him. He knows. He knows more than the facts, more than the situation. He knows me. A vibration runs through the wood of my desk, making me jump, glance down, and find my cell phone sitting